What's up, gang? Happy week 3. We are focusing on movement this week. And because we're getting into this aspect, the physical part, right? Last week we were like all up here. Now we're going to start to permeate all that mental practice we did into what's going on with the physical body. We're going to start by talking about why form matters. And when I say form, I mean, form in your movement, but you could also think about it like body awareness. This is something I see in all of my clients that I train in my studio and my gym, with my remote clients, something that comes up time and time again. And to be honest, I see it out in the world every day. I want to go grocery shopping or I'm in any place where there's other humans. I'm always in awe of how little most folks know what's going on with their bodies. And you may have experienced this before, like say you're in the grocery store and you're like, oh my gosh, why is that person all up in my space? Or I'm trying to get that thing. I've been standing behind that guy for, like 10 minutes and I want to grab that thing on the counter and like I can see him. I'm right here. He has no idea I'm here. He's probably looking at his phone. We are so unaware of what our bodies are doing and where they are in space. And this is our first tenet of movement. Like, what am I doing and why? What parts of my body am I moving right now? So, building that awareness of what we're working and where you are in space has lots of benefits, including injury prevention, perhaps growing muscular symmetry. With the injury prevention piece, what I see for folks a lot is like, especially if you have a physically demanding job where your occupation is something physical. So, like, say you are a house cleaner. We have to remember when we're doing jobs, we're oftentimes not thinking about how we're moving our body, right? We're not like making the bed and making sure that our form's really good, like we're squatting and putting the sheet on. We're not we're not doing that. We're always usually playing to our strengths. So if most of us are either right-handed or left-handed. I know some people are good on both sides, but we oftentimes play to our strengths. And then what happens over time, if you're a house cleaner, for example, or say you're a painter, you're like, I'm painting with this hand all the time. And like, guess what? This arm is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Well, this arm is not. Um, so we have the opportunity, even in our occupations, to pay attention. Can I switch the paintbrush to the other hand? Yes, I absolutely can. Can I move that shovel to the other side of the body so that I'm having rotation in other parts of the body? Can I become aware of the fact that I'm always even when I'm just standing, am I leaning to one side? When I'm pushing my grocery cart, I know when my son was really little, I would always carry the car seat on one side, and that was not great for my back, not great for my arm, not great for many things. So we want to build awareness in what we're doing with exercise because it's going to cross over in our day-to-day life. It gives us an opportunity to do that practice. So that's what I want you to pay attention to this today specifically. I want you to tell me if you notice or know of one area of your physical being or body awareness throughout your day that one side is taking over. Maybe you only kick a ball with one leg. Maybe and it's not that like you can't do it on the other side, but one side is stronger than the other. So for me, I've played roller derby for 13 years, and I know my left leg is my stabilizing leg, and my right leg is my agile leg. It's like my steering leg. So because of that, my balance is stronger on my left side, but I have more power on my right side in a lot of different movements. And I know that that can cross over to other areas of my life. I sometimes find myself leaning to one side. That's my stability leg. I sometimes find myself, or I know I will primarily kick a ball with my right leg, which is my steering leg. And we can also bring that mindset piece in here. When we're talking about this, I want us to be very mindful. We don't have a strong side and a weak side. We have a strong side and a less strong side. So tell me something about your physical body that you know that you perhaps are favoring one side or over the other. Another way to think about this, I've had clients that are servers for many years, and they always carry their tray on that one side. So tell me, what are some of the things that you've noticed about your body, and perhaps a side that's taking over for you, or perhaps a less strongness that you have? I want to hear about your strong. I definitely want to hear about your strong. But I also want to hear about your less strong. And then as you're going through your workouts this week, I want you to think about that. Am I pushing and pulling equally through each side? Am I letting one side take over? Am I, and this is a strategy for you to implement this week with your workouts, starting, if I have unilateral exercise in my routines, so unilateral would be, I do this, right? So these are bilateral, unilateral. If I'm doing a unilateral exercise, can I start on my less strong side and let my strong side lead? And I oftentimes will say to my clients, when you don't know the difference anymore, that's when you've made it, okay? So that's your challenge for this week with this body awareness piece. But I want to hear from you today. What are some of your less strong physical attributes in relation to the stronger physical attributes that you have?